Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another WIP Madness video for you guys. This is number 4 in the series. So just a quick recap of where we started and where we left off before I show you all the WIPs that I was able to finish since being out of my cast. So we started this series in January where I went through all my WIPs and I counted how many unfinished ones I had. I even threw away ones that I was not interested in salvaging. And we had a total of 212 unfinished WIPs. And in February, that's when we actually started knocking them out. So in February, we went from 212 down to 193. And then in March, we went from 193 down to 159, if I'm correct. April, I did not do anything because I was in the cast. And here we are now, where I finally was able to get back to working on my WIPs and crocheting. Now, this video was supposed to release last year. Not last year, last week. What is going on with me today? So this video was supposed to release last week, but if I would have released it last week, you would have only seen 10 plushies and that would have been it. So I decided to hold off for a week and try to get as much as I can done. So I didn't do any new crocheting this past week and like a half. I've been focusing on my custom orders and on my WIPs. So let's just get into it. I'll show you guys what I made myself first, and we'll go by whatever's top in the bin. So first off, we have our octopies. I've showed these before. These are my pattern. The yarn is from Hobby Lobby. I forget the name of the yarn, but I made a total of 6 of these, and I think 1 shell. And that was all from 1 skein of yarn. My allergies are starting to act up so bad all of a sudden. But I was iffy on color changing yarn because I feel like the color change is always in like the weirdest like place. But I feel like that was more with like big plushies compared to smaller ones where it seems like it's more okay. But due to me doing my Premiere Yarn mini series, I've gotten used to color changes just being wherever they want to be. So we have 2 octopies. I'm gonna throw them in my drawer. Next up, we have a mushroom boy. I do have a pattern for it, but this was freehanded because I was trying to use up this yarn. And the sad thing about it is that when I had first made this, I thought I was out of this yarn. No, I was completely wrong. I had a lot more, so there was no point of me rushing and making a bigger mushroom boy, but I absolutely love it. Because I freehand them, I have a lot of different ones. Like I have one with a pink hat, it's like tall and skinny, and then I have one with a blue hat that's like big and like chubby, and this one is just small and chubby. It's just right. Absolutely love it. This yarn was from Walmart. And then the white, of course, is Burnett Blanket. So let's move on. So let's start with what's on top. So we have, okay, Huggle and Hooks over on Ribbler. I'm not sure if they're on Instagram, but this right here is Aqua the Dragon. And if you remember, I've showed this one before. This is the one where I was talking about how some people were saying it's okay to use fabric glue. It's better than sewing. And back then, I absolutely hated sewing, especially because I hate when I will line it up perfectly and start sewing and it comes out crooked and then I have to like cut it all off and stuff. So I was like, let's give it a try. No, it looked nice for like the first like night. I did it at nighttime. It looked nice. And then by the next morning, it just started falling apart. It was a mess. I was going to trash this, but I was able to salvage it. As you can see, like it doesn't look like it was a complete mistake. It had like a huge overhaul. So I'm completely happy about that. Like the ears, I had to make the ears like a little bit wider. So I had to like press in the ears and then sew them on to cover up the mistakes. The wings, I actually had to move them further out from the middle to hide the mistakes. And same thing with the feet. Like I completely fixed this. Like it was a challenge, but I got it done. I think this was the hardest one out of all of them. So I am super happy about this one. I also wish that back then, I wish I knew about sinker eyes, because this right here would have looked so cute with sinker eyes. I just have the regular ones. And I feel like it also would have been better with bigger eyes. I think these ones are 20. So yes, we have us Aqua the Dragon. Absolutely love it. Just put you down low. So next up on the list, I've showed this one before. This one is Loops and Knots Crochet. It is her No Sew Axolotl. She does have a tutorial here on YouTube. And I showed you this one before, same color, but I think this one just has different color eyes. This is a no sew pattern. It doesn't take long at all. You surface crochet the fins and the tail piece on. Absolutely love it. These always sell out for me. I mean, all axolotls sell out for me, but this one in particular, out of all of them, always sells out the fastest. I don't know why, but I love this one. I do want to make more, but I kind of want to make some sitting axolotls, so we'll just have to figure that out. So next we have Rosalia Toys here on YouTube. You could also go to her Instagram, and this is for her koala. She does have a tutorial here on YouTube. But I showed you this one before also, and it just has different color eyes. The last one had blue, and this one has gold. So the only sewing that you have to do are the ears. Everything else is completely no sew. It also takes no time at all. I wanted to make more koalas, but I want to make them in gray, and I don't have a lot of gray left over, so I kind of have to be picky on what I make right now with gray. But I made 2 of them. Absolutely love them. And the gray yarn, I believe I had, yes, I got it from Walmart. So I'm also saying where I got my yarn from. Ever since moving, I have yet to go to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or Michael's in my area to see what kind of yarns they have. I've been avoiding it because I said I wasn't going to buy any yarn this year, so I am staying away. So let's pick something that doesn't have a lot. So next up on the list, we have Kangumi Crochet. I showed this one before too. It was a YouTube tutorial of no sew Totoro. So the one that I showed you guys, the eyes were felt, whereas this one I used just Chanel yarn, which is Dollar Tree yarn. And I did with a 4.75mm hook. I believe it was 8 single crochet or 6. I'm not quite sure how many, but I did the 8 or 6 single crochet and then into a magic ring. And then I put the safety eye in it, clipped it in, and then I sewed it on. And when I say I rather use felt than do this, yes. So I don't know where the other one is. It's in this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yes, you can. So I got myself a zoo to hold all my plushies, and it's already full. And I don't know how many's in there, but this is basically everything that I've made this year. So yeah, I need to either get another one or maybe put this one in my son's room and just get a bigger one. So yes, we have Totoro, my second one. I want to make more, but once again, I don't have a lot of gray. Now we are getting into, what's this? Let's do it. So next up we have the birds. I'm using the pigeon version. Well, not really, because I changed it so it's not a pigeon. It's just literally just a bird. And this is by Kaylee Crafty over on Ribbler. I don't know if they have Instagram, but if you've seen my reel on Instagram or even my short over here on YouTube, you would have seen these birds. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these ones are different. 7, 8, 9, and last but not least, oops, 10. So we have 10 birds. Absolutely love this pattern. I was making them, hold on. I was making them before and they always sold out for me. At first I was sticking to like the basic colors, not really experimenting like too much, but then I just decided, when I went through all my WIPs, I showed you guys that all I had was the white parts done. So like I had half of the birds done, and I just went in, looked through all my yarn. I said, I was looking for yarns that I don't have a lot of that I could just use to just finish off a bird. So of course we got the rainbow. This one's from Michael. I forget what it's called. Finish that off. And then of course we have the cameo. It's just not my day. We have the floral. And one thing I will say is that this right here, the top part, is not part of the pattern. I did that myself. I did make some like changes to the pattern to fit to fit my wants a little bit better of how I wanted them to look. But it still came out nice. I can't close the drawer now. There we go. It still came out nice. Absolutely love them. I definitely want to make more. Not a priority right now. Sometime soon, definitely. So we're almost done. So next up we have Crochet by Emma Luroch, if I'm correct. This was over on Ribbler. I'm just posting the links of where I got them from. I'm not really searching for anyone's YouTube channels or Instagrams. But what did I say? The sitting bee. So I'll show you the basic one, which is this one. It's just the yellow and black with the white wings. And then I made the purple one. And we have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 bees. And I was just trying to, I only made these because I was trying to use up my basic Chanel, not Chanel, Premier Basics yarn. And once I ran out of yellow, I was like, I guess I'm done. But then I was obsessed with making them, so I made a few purples. But then I ran out of the black for the basics yarn, so I just stopped making them. I definitely want to make some more because they do come out a decent size. I think my son is up. So let me do this last one so I could go see if he's ready for lunch. So, well, actually, yeah, lunch. So next up, we have Crafty Cellist Crochet. And this is her pattern over on Ribbler. It is Leon the Mini Loaf Cat. And these ones are so cute. Absolutely perfect for keychains. I didn't add keychains to them. I mean, I can. I don't think I am in a rush to do that right now. But I had did this as a challenge to see how many I could make with one skein of yarn. But I never recorded myself doing it. I just did it. And let's count how many we have. We have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. We have 11 mini cat loaves. And it was 13, but I don't know where 2 went. I think I did give one away as a keychain a while back. And it made me think about that because I was like, I could have sworn that I'd made 13. And then I was like, I have 11. So where did 2 go? So yeah, I mean, so we're not counting the other 2. I know I made 13 because I remember saying I made 13 mini cat loaves with one skein of yarn from Hobby Lobby. And I only had 11. So we're counting it as just 11. So on that note, we have a total of 34 finished WIPs today. So ever since being out of my cast, I have finished 34 more WIPs. Now, I think that I could have finished more if my whole right hand was not in a cast. It sucks that it was my right hand and not my left, but that's still a lot of progress because we went from 159 all the way down to 125 now. So if you think about it, that's like what? Like 87 WIPs finished from 212 all the way down to 125. And just under, it's just under what? We're at 5 months. And not even because in January, I just showed you guys all the WIPs. It wasn't until February where I showcased the first batch of finished ones. So it hasn't even been half a year and we're already almost halfway done with all of our WIPs. That's ridiculous to me. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think that next week's video will be a tutorial. I am trying to get back in the swing of crocheting and recording and stuff. Going a month without being able to do any of it kind of put me off. Like it kind of messed up my flow. And so much has just been going on. But I'm really trying to focus on finishing my my custom orders. It was very discouraging to tell people like, hey, I broke my arm, so I can't finish your custom order. I'm so happy that they were understanding and they weren't in a rush to get it yet. Because the way I do it is that I just charge them for the materials. So they don't pay for the full amount yet. They only pay for the materials. And then once I'm done, then I send them a quote for the full price and shipping. So they were very understanding and I'm really happy about that. I am done with one and I'm halfway done with the second one. So on that note, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tune in next week for a tutorial. It will most likely be from my mallard pattern, most likely. And if you can, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on what I do. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Yeah.